It was suggested at some point in time today that I make egg fried rice, um, which I'm not given to do often, but I did see a video this afternoon of one of my favorite YouTube channels, and I talk about it a lot, Sam the Cooking Guy. Got to props to him for inspiring me so much for various dishes that I can only try to practice and learn how to emulate. But yeah, here goes my version, my rendition of what I had at my disposal today of egg fried rice. Now, I was thinking about going like crazy fancy over the top and adding like foie gras and caviar on top, which I will do next time. But this first go here in this kitchen with these ingredients, and well, I haven't done this in a really long time. I want to see how it turns out, and I don't want to waste the good stuff on that. And I want to make sure there's a good balance, and I know with foie gras there always is. But anyway, this was the result, the process and the result. So I hope you enjoy this, and this is also a me trying to level up a little bit of how to do video editing, multiple clips and putting them together and such. So my attempt at keeping you organized for that, I hope you enjoy. Okay, so I have my eggs in the skillet here. I don't like to mix the eggs up too well, like a little bit of difference in taste and texture between yolk and the white part, non-yolk part, clear part, whatever. So I'm just going to let this firm up for a few minutes, medium-high heat. Not doing anything to it, just oil in the pan, that's it. And let that go. Just as kind of a side note here, I'm doing most of my mise en place before I start cooking. And forgive the messy, cluttered kitchen. It is a messy, cluttered kitchen, but that's okay. So, green onions, but these will go on last. This is garnish. You don't want to cook this in with it, you'll lose the happy green onion flavor. So, stand by. Now, I want this to stay pretty flat so I can roll it up, which you'll see why later. You don't want anything to stick. You're going to kind of work with it around the pan. See, I already broke it. Eggs are more delicate than you think they are. Let it go for a bit. It's going to end up like that, and I'm just going to put this, take it off the heat, drop it on my cutting board, and let it cool for a bit. Turn that off. Okay, next. Inserting this video in here for just a second, this little part about doing the garlic. Best way to do it is just to, and I don't have two hands right now, otherwise I'd do it, but you put your knife on the garlic clove there, and you just give it a pound with your fist, and it crushes it nice and flat like that. But I can't do it with holding the phone. But you get the idea. That's a good way to start chopping up your garlic. I could use my Thermomix, aka the Cylon robot blender, but that's cheating. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. Okay, and for the rice, instead of pre-cooking rice as my inspiration for this dish, Sam the Cooking Guy, his channel, says cook yesterday's rice and then do it again. I find these Korean packs are awesome. It's basically pre-cooked rice. And you throw this in instead of yesterday's rice, and it's just easier, and you can do it now instead of having to wait 24 hours. So, in addition to my egg, I have the following over here. So, 2 packs of rice. These pork belly lardons, natural, not smoked. You don't want the bacony flavored ones, it will overpower everything. Green onions, chives, scallions, whatever you want to call it, green onions. Frozen vegetables, mix of carrots, corns, and peas. Not fresh, who cares, it's fried rice. Get over it. Not a big deal. Garlic, and I like my garlic, there's 5 cloves there, and yes, you might be saying, Richard, that's way too much garlic. No, it's not. I like garlic. Now I want my garlic's kind of big. I want to know that it's there. Ginger, because who doesn't love ginger? And yeah, if you look closely, you can see that no, I do not peel my ginger first. I like the little bits. Sesame oil, dark soy sauce, light soy sauce, oyster sauce, gochujang, but not too much because Phoebe's eating this and we're still trying to get her to figure out spicy food. And we'll get there. Anyway, that's it, really, how this process works. Now I get to start assembling. Now, wife bought this new giant, big old stainless steel wok that she likes to use. I like my old trusty, very worn in and seasoned old school wok. And so just take my 200 gram lardon pack here. I could use more because I'm a carnivore, but whatever. Let's save the earth and eat a little bit less meat. So let's throw that in there. So as you cook this, you'll find with most pork products, there's a whole lot of fat. You've got to get to a certain point, then you have to drain that off. Otherwise, you're just going to be eating a bunch of pork fat, which will not be great with your rice. Let that go. Alright, so my lardons are doing their thing. I like to add a little something extra in here. The taco seasoning that I made, just a mixture of stuff. Not too much, just a little bit of flavor punch. And on top of that, just a little bit of jerk seasoning, jerk rub. If I can get this open. Not much, just there's such a complex flavor here. And I usually make my own, but it's like, why? Why would I make my own when I've got such easy to access things in Hong Kong? Okay, cool. Alright, so fresh, clean wok. I am heat drying it at the moment. And water out, there we go. Just a little water, of course. That's doing that thing. Then I'm going to take my sesame oil. You don't want to put oil in with too much water because you get the popping hurt finger effect. That looks like a hand grabbing something from that chunk. Kind of, yeah. Anyway, it's drying. It's disappearing. Go away. There. What does it magically disappears? Oh, I'm going to throw in sesame oil. Don't worry about that. Actually, this time I'm going to throw in my frozen vegetables. Now, as you can see, I've made a little ring around the pan, into which goes my garlic and my ginger. Let those cook separately. All this garlic and ginger. Oh, I can smell it. So start to brown, smoke a little bit. I am one of those people, I do like burned garlic, but in this dish you don't want that. I think I've mentioned that before. Yeah. That's doing its thing. So you don't want your garlic and your ginger to stick. I was busy working on my sauce over there, and I didn't really pay attention, but that's okay, just a little bit. Scrape that off. Now let's get everything mixed together. And into the pot from my lardons. Give those a good stir. Smells good. But not half as good as it's going to smell in a couple of minutes. Turn the heat back up. Okay. Stand by. added my sauce, and now my rice. It doesn't matter what order you do it in. So I used 2 containers of rice. Now I'm just going to get this mixed up. This will take a few minutes. I can't do like speed up or slow motion-y time-lapse things yet, so I'm just going to pause it. So I actually had to stop filming for a minute because my phone had a message that said the phone was too hot and the video recording would have to stop. Probably shouldn't set my phone down next to the stove. But as you can see, voila, the rice is at this point. But wait, you say, where are the eggs? Flash over here. And I'm totally plagiarizing this move, but I give credit where credit's due. Thank you, Sam, the cooking guy. So I'm just going to roll this up, like so. Well, he rolled it better than me. I was going to cut this up into... And no, I have no knife skills whatsoever, but I do have a very nice knife. Let's get that all done. And make the transfer. Now, kind of as a final addition and homage to where I've been in the world, I'm going to add a couple of things that I dearly love. Thank you, Thailand, for giving me fish sauce. Just a little bit. That adds a little too much saltiness, I think, so I'm going to squeeze half a lime in there. Now, something I learned in Korea when making rice like this, something similar. The bottom of the pan has this crunchy stuff. You gotta scrape that off because that is good stuff to eat. Adds an extra crunch and texture thing. You might notice I had to change spatulas midway to break up the rice, but we're done. So let me go and try to figure out how to make it pretty. This presentation, well, not the most important thing. Presentation matters. Just a moment. There you have it, voila, just in time for wife and Phoebe to come home. I'm going to throw on the green onions on top. There. So, little extra touches here. You know, I've got the crispy things on top. I have the green onions. And one more thing that Korea gave me. Just dried seaweed. And, well, I couldn't find the regular sesame seeds, so you're getting black sesame seeds today. If you don't have regular and black sesame seeds in your house, what's wrong with you? Anyway, here's Phoebe. Phoebe, what do you think? It looks yummy?
Yeah, it looks like yummy.
Okay, good. While Phoebe is mixing it, I'm going to get ready to try it. This is an added extra for dessert. I have Phoebe singing. Oh. You should be famous, Phoebe. Yay! Yeah, just as I was saying, a little added bonus for dessert. Just a cracker with some spreadable cream cheese, a little dollop of caviar, and some green onions. Salty instead of sweet thing going. So, yum. I'm happy. I'm very happy. Say bye-bye. So, I'm very sad to report that the video of me actually eating the food didn't get saved. Thanks, wife. Appreciate that. So we'll just have to let you use your imagination. I will say that the dish was for rice, it was good. Yeah, next time, I have a few modifications that I will make to make it better. I'll let you in on those later. But there's the leftovers. That should tell you enough. If wife ate the dish, Phoebe ate some. She said it was a little spicy for her, but Phoebe ate some. I ate a bunch of it, and so I'm really happy. So I hope to share more of these experiences with you soon.